Today I want to talk to you about what I call recovery micromanagement. And I know in my own story early on, being the control freak that I am, I would micromanage our recovery like crazy. One day I would think, you know what? We're having a great day. We're going to be okay. And then there would be another day where Samantha would have a really tough day. She would flood, she would get angry, she would be caught in this huge moment of depression because she started to remember some things. And I would think, oh my gosh, call an attorney, we're going to divorce. And you have to understand, you're going through one of the most, if not the most, traumatic event that you have probably had to go through as a marriage. You just have to expect there's going to be a million ups and 3 or 4 million downs early on. It's just the way that you process trauma. We also have to remember, we by nature are moody human beings. We go through so many mood swings in life, whether it be finances, emotions, unmet needs, unfulfilled expectations, pressure here, pressure there. And then you throw on top of that an incredible crisis of betrayal. It would really be great if it was this very clean progression of, okay, everything sucks and now every day we're getting a little bit better. It doesn't go that way. It goes like this and then down and then up and then really down and then comes up. You just can't predict it. But one of the worst things that you can do is exactly what I did early on, which is to try and micromanage your recovery. A couple of analogies is, when you drive, you early on, and I'm teaching one of my children how to drive right now, and it's scary. The oldest was easy, the middle, not so much, because she's an emotional driver. And when you drive, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is staring just right in front of you, trying to keep the car perfectly in between the lanes. You have to learn how to look out and see and fix your eyes on, I forget how many feet in front of you, but you get the pictures. You have to look ahead of you in a very calm, very controlled manner, not fixating on what's right in front of you. I used to do a lot of motocross riding. One of the worst things that you can do in motocross is look right in front of you at the trail or the track, because you'll miss so much in front of you. You'll end up crashing, you'll end up running into somebody, you'll end up fixating on what's right in front of you and not be able to have a smooth progression. And in recovery, it's the same way. If you focus on every little thought, if you get lost in good day, bad day, if you get lost in the emotions that fluctuate so frequently, it's a recipe for disaster. So you say, okay, Samuel, you're kind of tar and feathering me here. What do we do? Well, for some of you, you may need to establish a set period of time. It's not uncommon for some couples to say, okay, look, we're going to work on recovery and we're going to give it 6 months or we're going to give it a year. And I'm not going to reevaluate the progress every day. I'm not going to get lost in, it's a bad day, so you know what, we're not going to heal. It's a good day, we're going to be okay. You can't live that way, and if you do that, you're going to be exhausted and you're going to be very traumatized from what you're doing to yourself. So establish a date. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's a year. For every situation, there's a little bit of difference to it. But set that date and say, I'm not going to get lost in the ups and downs. I'm going to look at this date, and at that date, I will decide, or we will decide what we're going to do. So it takes the pressure off of micromanaging, staring right in front of you and being able to go, you know what, it's just a bad day. Or, hey, man, this is a great day, but unfortunately, I know some bad days are coming. Don't micromanage the now. Set a date so that you can decide then, because that'll take the pressure off you. When you're having a rough day, you can go, no, I don't need to decide today because X date is my drop dead date, and I'm not going to overthink it right now. You see, it's the control freak inside of us that wants to control and know how everything's going to turn out. It's fear that motivates us and tries to lead us astray when our spouse has a bad day and we start to freak out and panic, or even a couple of bad days, and you can't live like that. You're surrendering to fear. You need to be attuned and you need to be in touch with what your spouse is feeling so that you can be kind and gracious and care for them in those dark moments if you're unfaithful. Or if you're betrayed, you have to, at some level, be able to feel what you're feeling and process it, but not make any decisions about it. Process it, feel it, journal, write it down, go for a drive and yell. Find a place, if you're close to a beach, where you can just process, just don't make any decisions because you cannot micromanage your recovery.